My name is Matt Sweeney. I'm a special effects supervisor. Basically, what we do in special effects is we do all of the in-camera effects, just all the weird stuff that happens on a movie set that needs special rigging. I basically figured, okay, we're going to put in 3 big air cannons. We're going to use this kind of pressure. They're going to be this long. And then we're going to build a bulletproof stunt cage in there for our boy Corey to be in so that he wouldn't get hurt doing this.
I'm Corey Eubanks. I've been a professional stuntman in the film and television industry now for just over 30 years. It was a very nerve-wracking experience. It was something that was way outside the norm of what I've done with vehicular stunts.
It was one of those things that I'd never done before. So, you tell them, yeah, sure, I can do that. So we got this bus and brought it over here, and we go, uh-oh, there's no frame in this bus. It's unit body. So we figured, okay, we'll build a frame.
My role in the team was to plumb the cannons, fill them with nitrogen. This was one of the biggest stunts, and it's because of the weight of the bus. So each cannon in the bus was charged with 600 pounds of nitrogen, and each cannon had 52,000 pounds of force. So if you multiply that, that's over 150,000 pounds of force when they're all added together. And then they all went off at the same time.
One of my biggest fears being crushed, and that's always in the back of your mind when you're flipping over a vehicle. You think if this roll cage malfunctions, if it crushes in on me, am I going to break my back, break my neck, get a concussion? These are the things that run through your mind.
My role was focused mainly on Corey's safety, as far as just the main roll cage.
It was a huge concern of mine because of the mass, the weight. This bus was 42,000 pounds. That's 21 tons. Traveling down the highway at 60 miles an hour, being launched 7 feet into the air by these cannons. And nobody knew what the impact was going to be and how to construct a cage that was going to withstand that type of an impact.
We needed enough time to make sure that it was done properly, safely. We couldn't cut any corners because, we could lose a life during this, and we didn't want that to happen.
I remember getting up the morning of the stunt, and I knew I was going to be staying there in the hotel on location for a couple of days. For some reason, I started packing my stuff. I started packing up all my clothes and everything out of the bathroom, and I put it in my suitcase and I put it right next to the door. And I remember sitting on the bed and asking myself, why did I just pack everything when I know I'm going to be staying here for a couple more days? And I realized I really thought 100% that I was going to be going to the hospital that day, or possibly to the morgue.
It was the first time my dad ever came to me and said, here's our life insurance policies. I'm scared I may never come home from this. And with him saying that to me, it made me want to be there and be a part of it and really, God, what if this is the last time I'm going to see my dad? I need to be there. It terrified me.
I really didn't feel like eating. I was just, because I knew he had kids, and I want to make sure he comes home to his family, because no movie's worth dying for, no scene at all.
Showing up on the set that day, it was very ominous. It was dark, it was cloudy, it was kind of cold, and it was a very weird feeling, as if something was going to actually go wrong that day, and it did. The cannons didn't all fire, and it was a complete failure. It just smashed into this Charger and flipped onto its side and kind of rolled up onto its rooftop, and it was like, I knew something had gone wrong. And when I climbed out, there were 2 cannons still in the belly of the bus. Only 1 cannon fired because the other 2 didn't have enough bungee cord. So when he explained that to Universal, and Universal said, yes, hey, you know what? If that's the only problem and you guys can fix it, let's do this again.
I think it took us about 7 or 8 hours pulling on that bus to get the roof straight.
Within 1 day, they completely rebuilt the exterior of this bus. Our second attempt at doing the stunt, the whole field that day was completely different. As the bus started to spin, I could hear the crushing of the bus around me and my surroundings getting tighter and tighter and tighter as the pipes were breaking and bending and squashing, and they were doing their job. They were doing what they were designed to do. To me, I just felt like I was going to be crushed any second. And I just remember that feeling of this. I did it. We did it. All of us did this together. We all accomplished something really great.
It's a beautiful thrill that's in their soul and makes them so alive.
And to hit my lap belt and to climb out of there safe, not injured in any way, shape, or form, it was just the best experience in my entire career.
We absolutely knew that in the end we would get this stunt. So it was a real team effort.